Hi, I'm Elizabeth and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to continue on the Woodland Wildflower square, which I have shown you how to make last time. So as I have mentioned there, that I will be showing you how to make the 5th round, which is the final round as well. And as mentioned as well last time, that you can stop from round 4 and start connecting your square. But I want to show you the 5th round, in which you can make this lovely blanket. So I made a couple of different colors of Woodland Wildflower square and turn it into a granny square, and then I put some borders. So these borders will be another sets of tutorials, so I'm going to cover that in another video. But for the meantime, I'm going to show you this 5th round. So this will be probably a little bit further because I want to show you as well how I connect the square as a granny square. So for this session is just making this square. For the next session we'll be connecting those squares, and for the next session will be the borders. So these borders were designed specifically for this square because it matches the pattern as well and the count, so it would be easy for you to make the stitch exactly as it should be. So you don't need to worry about stitch counts because it matches the squares as you connect them, no matter how many squares you have made for the blanket. Without further ado, I'm going to show you how to make this granny square. So this one we call the Woodland Wildflower square, which is quite a long title, and this will be a long title as well. So it's a Woodland Wildflower Granny Square. So for this tutorial, maybe I'm going to use the pink one or the orange one. So with the orange one I use, so this is a Stylecraft Iron yarn and the color is watermelon. So it's not orange, it's watermelon. And the pink one is fondant. So the ideal crochet hook here is, if I can focus it, yeah, it's 5mm crochet hook. So as I tried this yarn, yes, for me it's a 5mm crochet hook, so we'll be using the 5mm crochet hook. And I've got smaller version, which is the 2.5. It's because I don't use a darning needle to sew in my yarn ends. I use a crochet hook. For some reason I'm just used to using the crochet hook, but you can use a darning needle if you wanted. So for this tutorial the border will be, it's also a matching Stylecraft special iron yarn, and the color is not okay, there you are, parchment. So this is not gray, this is not cream, so this one is actually cream. This is not white, this is a cream one. This is a parchment, and you can see I've got a gray here. This is a gray, so it's not gray, it's not even brown. but I like this color. So let's begin, and I'm going to show you my technique on how to connect another color with a double crochet rather than a chain. Okay, to begin, I'm going to make a slip knot. And make it tight. Pull the yarn, making sure that the loop is within the gauge of your crochet hook. Then I'm going to grab my square. So I can start in any at any point in the square, but for this tutorial I will start in the corner here. So I'm going to yarn over, then I'm going to insert my hook into one of the corner. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. As you can see here, I've got 3 loops on my hook, and you know what it means. This is a scene or a step for a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. So that is our first double crochet, and it's supposed to be the last as well. So this is the last, what I meant is the last of the 3 sets of double crochets, because from here on I'm going to chain 3, then I'm going to make 3 double crochets. So that's our first 3 sets of double crochets. As you can see here, this is where we begin the first double crochet there, but at the end of the round we're only going to put 2 here, which will finish the round. So I'll show you that when we get to the end. So with this edge now, the next stitch, I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to make a V-stitch on the next 3 chain space. So we didn't make a chain space here, we just go straight and make the V-stitch. So that's 1 double crochet, a chain 1, and another double crochet. So remember, there is no chain space here, only between that V-stitch. So it's the same with the next V-stitch here, straight on without any more chain stitch. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet. So we've got 2 V-stitches. Then we've got another chain 3 space here. Going to work on another set of V-stitch. So this is the side of the square. 3 sets of V-stitches. Now we are on the next corner space here. So we are going to make the typical granny square corner, which is 3 double crochets, I'm sure anybody who knows how to make a granny square knows a corner granny square. So for our corner granny square, we have a chain 3 there. Some people do only chain 2, but for this pattern we're going to do chain 3 space. Okay, let's take a look. So we'll continue on the same side here. So we're going to make our 3 V stitches straight on without any chain space. We're going to make a V stitch on the first chain 3 space of the side, and then another set of V stitches on the next chain 3 space and into the next chain 3 space. So as you can see, the 5th round is quite easy. And then we continue on with the corner stitches, which is 3 double crochets. And then chain 3. Three double crochets. Then another set of V stitches. And another one. Okay, straight on with our corner again. So round 5 is just a series of double crochets and chains. So it depends on how you make the stitches. Mostly, oops, something happened here. Let's try it again. I've got a chain 2, that's my chain 3. So like this one now I'm making is, people call it the granny cluster. I'm not sure. For me, the cluster stitch is actually 3 double crochets together. That's how I understand it, but I couldn't call it as a cluster stitch, but it's acceptable. People know it's a granny cluster. And now if you make the double crochet like this one, this set of 2 double crochets with a chain 1 space in between, that becomes a V stitch. It doesn't look like a V stitch because it's in a chain 3 space. Normally a V stitch is inside a chain or a little bit tight, like this one, more of a V, but this is a V stitch. I can show you what a real V stitch is. So if I make a stitch here, you can do this as well if you want to make your V stitch more V, is to put it in the middle of the chain, but to make it easy to make, so I didn't worry about it. I just make the V-stitch straight on into the chain 3 space. So as you can see now, we are on the first corner space where we have started. So we already made the last double crochet in advance. So that means we're only going to make two double crochets. Then I'm going to make a slip stitch. For now, I'm just going to chain one and pull it tight. But it looks ugly, so I'm going to do my normal end. So I'm going to remove the chain one there. And then I'm going to pull it like that. And then I'm going to, so this is where I make the slip stitch. That means I'm going to insert my hook into the next chain. You can see here, so to pull the yarn in. Then as you can see, this is where that loop is. As you can see there. So I'm going to insert my hook here. And then I'm going to pull it through. So at the moment it's bulky, but we'll sort that out. What you need to do is that the slip stitch there, we need to pull it through that loop. So there you are, it's flat now. Then we can start hiding our yarn ends. And I can cut it from here. And there you have it, the Woodland Wildflower Granny Square. So on my next session is that I'm going to show you how to connect them together. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.